think you're cheating. And there's something here that the locals absolutely love.
Arrow 193, Niner Hotel, Salinas Tower, make right traffic, runway 31, and report midfield right downwind.
All right, right traffic for 31 and report midfield right downwind, 39er Hotel.
Today we head into the Salinas Valley for the $100 burger, except it's not a burger. And we find out why not only is the airport important, but also what surrounds it. But first, let me clarify. In the aviation world, we call any trip for food the $100 burger trip because it is what it roughly costs for food at a minimum, even though today it's more like $200 or $300. And yeah, last time I mentioned a $100 burger, the comments went a little off the rails saying we were crazy to pay $100 for a burger. Rest assured, we did not. But we will be visiting one of the most popular local restaurants in the valley as we visit Salinas Municipal Airport.
Salinas Tower, 775 Kilo Foxtrot, 10 miles southeast, inbound for touch and go.
Cessna 757 Kilo Foxtrot, Salinas Tower, make a straight in for runway 31, report 3 mile final.
Straight in for runway 31, reporting 3 mile final, Cessna 757 Kilo Foxtrot.
And you might be a little confused here. Yes, this is the Northern California series. And yes, Salinas is in Central California. So to all my geographers out there, sorry. But speaking of geography, the valley is pretty stunning with all the agriculture. And it was hard not to get caught up in all the crops. But we did learn pretty fast that there's still a lot of training out here, especially for practice instrument approaches, since Salinas Municipal has both a tower and an ILS approach, so we were definitely listening and looking outside for any traffic on final. Yes, Tower and Tracon has eyes on us and all the surrounding traffic, but that never replaces looking outside the windows. My biggest concern was the marine layer because even though this airport is over 10 miles from the coast, it is still a valley and the fog can travel in pretty far. And it did a couple of days later when we visited Hollister, but we'll see that in a couple of weeks. But in flight planning for the airport, the one thing I did notice is that there is a pair of intersecting runways, which to me always means that the wind direction changes frequently. And that would become obvious because the runway we would land on would not be the one we would depart on. Now, even though that marine layer can travel into the valley, it's almost guaranteed at airports like Marina, Watsonville, and Monterey being so close to the coast, which is why a runway expansion is being considered here at Salinas to make it a viable alternative to Monterey if the fog is too low. And we can definitely confirm it gets low. It probably was the only time I've ever done an instrument approach to minimums of probably 201 feet above ground level before seeing the runway, with 200 feet being the lowest I could have flown it.
Salinas Tower, Arrow 193, Niner Hotel, midfield right at downwind.
November 3, Niner Hotel, you're number 1 for runway 31. Runway 31, clear to land on traffic turning inside of on a 5 mile final as Cessna.
All right, 3-1, clear to land. We'll look for that Cessna 39 Hotel.
And after we parked that day at Monterey, the lineman told us that we were one of the few aircraft that actually landed because the fog was so low. But that was the first and only time I ever flew to minimums because it leaves a little to no room for error. But that is why Salinas, as a commercial alternate only 18 miles away, makes it a great choice instead of Fresno, Bakersfield, and San Jose, which the closest would be 80 miles away. But even though the airport doesn't have commercial traffic currently, we were surprised to find out that it has plenty of car rental agencies, both Enterprise and Hertz, on the field.
7 Kilo Foxtrot. You're number 2 behind an arrow that's now turning 1 mile final for runway 31. Runway 31, clear, touch and go number 2, and on the go, make right close traffic.
Number 2, clear touch and go for runway 31, Salinas Municipal 7 Kilo Fox.
Now, of course, we'll talk some history. I wish there was much more that we could have found, so if you have history at this airport, please let us know. Salinas Municipal Airport has roots that stretch nearly a century. The city's first airport opened in 1928 as Legion Field, established by members of the local American Legion. Even in those early days, Salinas was connected to California's growing aviation network, with airline services linking San Francisco and Los Angeles by the early 1930s. And then as World War II approached, a much larger airfield was built just outside of town. In 1941, it became Salinas Army Airfield, where thousands of pilots trained before deploying overseas. The base played an important role in preparing reconnaissance crews, conducting coastal anti-submarine patrol training after Pearl Harbor, and later training fighter pilots in the legendary P-38 Lightning. It also became one of the nation's training sites for crews flying the P-61 Black Widow, America's first aircraft designed specifically for night flying. Now I'm going to pause on the history because I have one very important rule. Never change frequencies until instructed to do so, which is why I asked this.
Salinas Tower, would you like Aero 193 Hotel over to ground?
And Aero 193 Hotel, contact ground.
Contact ground, 39 Hotel. Salinas ground, Aero 193 Hotel, clear of 31 at Charlie for GateOne FBO.
Aero 193 Hotel, Salinas ground. Taxi to GateOne via Alpha Foxtrot.
GateOne via Alpha Foxtrot, 39 Hotel.
And I follow this rule because it keeps everything predictable and it's what keeps everyone on the same page. And you might ask, why didn't Tower tell me to switch over? Well, it could be for any number of reasons, but to us, aviation is a team sport. And as a pilot, I know I'm responsible for our safety in our plane. It is even part of our federal aviation regulations. We pilots learn, which is why pilots, controllers, FBO staff, we all help each other out, especially when it comes to getting something clarified. Won't be the last time this happens today.
November 851 Golf Whiskey, Salinas ground, clearance or request to Yuma.
851 Golf Whiskey. Request start my taxi while waiting for clearance. 851 Golf Whiskey.
Pilatus 1 Golf Whiskey, runway 31, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha, hold short runway 26 at Alpha.
Okay, Foxtrot Alpha, hold short 26 at Alpha. 851 Golf Whiskey.
Now, to finish up the history, when the war ended, the military returned the airport to the city, and it resumed its role as a civilian airport. Commercial airline service continued for several decades before the last scheduled passenger flight ended in 1981. And finally, there is an FBO on the field, and it's called GateOne, and it's fairly new, well, at least in the name. It used to be called Jet West, and the people and the facilities would definitely surprise us. So we have made it to Salinas.
Airport 123.
23, wow, that's crazy. But you know what? I didn't know what to expect of this place, but it was so scenic coming in.
It really was.
What are we doing?
There's something here that the locals absolutely love.
What's that?
That I can't wait to check out.
What's that?
I'm not going to ruin the surprise. We're going to have to get in the car and go see for ourselves.
We're going to try to walk around and see what history we can find, because what you found, there wasn't that much left over.
Unfortunately, seems like that's the case.
So let's go get this crew car. I'm actually excited about just driving around this area because it's all agriculture, so it must be real scenic on the ground too. All right, guys, let's go. GateOne welcomed us with a comfortable pilot's lounge, conference space, pool table, shower facilities, and everything you'd expect from a well-equipped FBO. But tucked away behind a curtain was an even larger pilot's lounge, complete with flight planning space, fitness equipment, and plenty of evidence that military crews make regular stops here.
think you're cheating.
But you gotta go next time.
Okay. No.
This, you gotta match it and then just go. Okay, well, that's.
Oh! I definitely lost this round.
We're gonna pretend that we hit the center. There is an on-field restaurant if you'd rather stay at the airport, but we had something else in mind. Just 10 minutes from the airport is El Charrito, a Salinas institution that's been serving Sonoran-style burritos for decades. While the burritos are famous, it's the handmade flour tortillas that have locals lining up before sunrise. El Charrito is the kind of place that has been recommended by locals for generations, and we're gonna find out shortly if it lives up to its reputation. Let's talk about what we got, because I am crazy excited for this food. So we got one asada, one
Chile verde.
and one, bean and cheese.
Yes. Frijol y queso.
We wanted to get the tortillas because even the guy at the FBO was like, I could live off of just eating those.
Yeah, just the tortillas themselves.
Just the tortillas. Unfortunately, they're so popular, they sell out like pretty much in the morning.
Right when they open at 6 a.m. and then they do another batch about 5:30 p.m. and they close at 6, and they are sold out every single day.
Oh, and then I got horchata.
I can feel the harina, the flour, on the outside of the wrapper.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know they're homemade. And for those of you who've never had a homemade flour tortilla, you're really missing out. They are better than anything you could ever find in the store. You can smell it. You can smell the tortilla. It's really good.
Okay, so you heard that those are good because you can actually taste the tortilla with the bean and cheese.
Yeah, so if you really like the taste of the tortillas, then this is the burrito to get. But I can already tell it's going to be so good. Oh my God, my mouth is watering.
Yeah.
The cheese complements the beans really well. It doesn't overpower it. And that tortilla, it's so soft and it has a little bit of a chew and a stretch to it. That's how you know it's good.
So I pulled out of the magic bag. Kind of tough. This is mine. I really won't try this because I happen to get, to be honest, I didn't know it was the hottest salsa in there. But it's the hottest salsa that they have there. It's really good.
Yeah?
Oh, it's so good.
Mm-hmm. And you get the tanginess of that green salsa. It's very good.
All right, time to eat.
Yes.
All of these.
Of course.
With lunch finished, we decided to do what we usually do at a new place, just start driving. Salinas is surrounded by some of California's most productive farmlands, and it doesn't take long before the city gives way to endless fields. One of our favorite things to do after finding a great local spot is simply wander. Sometimes that's where we discover the side of a place we never would have planned for. As we wandered around, it didn't take long to realize just how deeply agriculture shapes life here. The terminal has everything most visiting pilots are likely to need, including Hertz and Enterprise car rentals, transient parking payment, and even a California Passport Program stamp if you're collecting them. While much of the original Army airfield has disappeared over the years, the terminal still pays tribute to its history through photographs and displays. The airport's military history is still visible, including the massive World War II era hangar that now serves a new purpose. The area in general is beautiful. I mean, there's a lot of agriculture here. Obviously, that is the main industry. So when we fly out, it's going to look just as beautiful as when we came in. It's a quiet airport.
It is a quiet airport.
And I'm sorry we didn't get to see your military.
It's okay. You know what? I still enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
And I think that everyone here is super friendly, and I can't wait to come back.
If you're looking for somewhere to stop around here for whatever reason, like you're going to Monterey and Monterey socked in, this is a great spot. They have a ton of rentals. Hertz and Enterprise are here. You will not have a problem getting to where you need to go in the Monterey area.
No.
I know it's sleepier than most, but I don't know, there's something just peaceful about that.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Oh yeah.
But we hope you guys like that departure. I think it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, so stay tuned for the tail cam because I'm sure it's going to look great.
They're always waiting for the tail cam.
Well, it's my favorite part too.
All right, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Now it's time to head back home. Well, first things first, here we can actually get flight following on the ground.
Salinas ground number 19039 Hotel has hotel. Request flight following to Concord, Charlie Romeo, 4,500.
November 1939 Hotel, Salinas ground, Roger, understand you going to Concord, Charlie Romeo at 4,500.
Affirmative, 39 Hotel.
This was definitely the calmest airport of our trip, but one that we are looking forward to returning to, especially for the air show. And next, it's really hard to impress us at any FBO, but the thing is, it really doesn't take much. Just being friendly and helpful, and we are pretty much in heaven, and we got that right here. Now the food, well, yes, we are still dreaming about those burritos, and weeks later, especially during the editing of this video, we are definitely thinking about heading back and getting a much bigger order next time.
And Salinas ground number 19039 Hotel at Gate 1, ready to taxi with hotel.
November 1939 Hotel, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha Charlie, cross runway 31 at Charlie.
All right, 26 via Foxtrot Alpha Charlie, cross 31 at Charlie, 39 Hotel.
November 39 Hotel, squawk 0314, NorCal departure frequency 127.15.
Squawk 0314 and frequency is 127.15, 39 Hotel.
So anytime we see debris, also called FOD or foreign object debris, we make sure to let ground know, because the last thing we want is for another aircraft to not see it and get it into its engine, slash a tire, or damage a flight control. And the gas cap is kind of big. We just hope that the airplane was returning and not departing when it lost it.
There's
Salinas ground, good afternoon. Lightsport November 202 Zulu Mike, currently at the Terminal Information Hotel, ready to
gas cap.
November 202 Zulu Mike, Salinas ground runway 26, taxi via Echo Alpha Charlie, cross runway 31 at Charlie.
26 Echo Alpha Charlie, cross 31 at Charlie.
And Salinas ground number 19039 Hotel, just wanted to let you know there is a gas cap coming off of or onto Foxtrot from Gate 1 in the taxiway.
And Aero 39 Hotel, you said there's a gas cap on taxiway Alpha?
Yeah, on the corner of taxiway Alpha and Foxtrot.
Aero 39 Hotel, Roger. November 2 Zulu Mike, same intentions after departure.
We're looking to go southbound and, if possible, request VFR flight following to Sierra Bravo Papa.
November 2 Zulu Mike, Roger, understand Sierra Bravo Papa.
As always, thank you to all of our members for being here supporting us every single week, because this channel does not happen without you. And even if you're not a member and just enjoy the videos, thank you as well, because all of you out here in the YouTube arena really help aid in spreading the channel. Even those of you who keep blaming me for not landing center line, we love you too. So if you like the video, please click that like, share the video. It really helps the channel, honestly, even more than I thought. And for those wondering, over on Patreon, we have pilots briefs, behind the scenes footage, on location live streams, and of course our off the record series where we are unfiltered about our airport visits.
Salinas ground number 1939 Hotel. We're done at Runup. Just wanted to confirm I can continue taxiing to 26.
39 Hotel, Roger. Continue taxi runway 26. Contact tower when ready.
All right, continue to 26 and then we'll contact tower when ready. 39 Hotel.
I did warn you guys that I would be asking Tower again another question, and some airports want you to contact them before leaving the run-up area to go to the hold short line, some don't. We didn't know which one it was here, so again, the best thing to do is ask. We may have come here for the food, but the real story turned out to be everything behind it. Seeing just how important this part of California is and witnessing the incredible amount of work that goes into growing and harvesting the food that eventually makes its way to our dinner tables is always incredibly eye-opening. It's a reminder that sometimes the best destinations aren't just the ones with great restaurants or beautiful scenery. They're places that give you a whole new appreciation for the people and the industries that quietly impact our lives every single day.
Salinas Tower, Aero 1939 Hotel, holding short 26 at Charlie for straight out departure.
November 139 Hotel, Salinas Tower, runway 26, stand by, your number, number 1, runway 26, clear for takeoff.
26, clear for takeoff, 39 Hotel.
This visit reminded us that with every airport there is a story, and that's no different next week with one of the most beautiful approaches in the country. It has remnants of military history as well as current military operations as we visit Half Moon Bay Airport. So we'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
And Salinas Tower, light support 2 through the mic, holding short of runway 26 at Charlie, ready for...
Flight support 202 to the mic, Salinas Tower. Runway 26, clear for takeoff. Southbound departure approved.
26, clear for takeoff, southbound departure approved, 2 through the mic.
Aero 39 Hotel, continue straight out departure and contact NorCal departure, 127.15.
All right, we'll continue straight out departure and contact NorCal. Thanks for all the help, 39 Hotel. Good afternoon, NorCal departure, Aero 1939 Hotel out of Salinas, 1,300, climbing 4,500.
November 1939 Hotel, NorCal approach. Radar contact, Salinas altimeter 2994.
2994, 39 Hotel.
November 1321 Tango, NorCal approach. Salinas altimeter 2994, advise and get information hotel, say approach request. November 31 Tango, you want to do the VOR 13 approach, is that right? November 31 Tango, Roger. November 21 Tango, is this going to be a full stop at Salinas?
Salinas approach 26 Whiskey Romeo has information hotel 9100 setting for the field.
Number 26 Whiskey Romeo, NorCal approach, thank you, Salinas altimeter 2993.
903 Whiskey Romeo.
Departure, helicopter 3070 Hotel, missed out of Salinas on the RNAV 13. Any chance we can get a left-hand turn out here?
Number 307 Sierra Hotel, can resume ON navigation and say request.
Resume ONAV, and we'd like to fly outbound to the south for a little bit and get ourselves set up for the VOR 3 or VOR 13 back into Salinas via the SNS VOR 3070 Hotel.
70 Hotel, roger. Number 8487 NorCal approach, Salinas altimeter 2994. Number 1321 Tango, before I send you all the way past Salinas, I just want to make sure you want to do the VOR 13 approach and not any of the approaches to 31 or the visual to 26.
For 7 Hotel.
Number 21 Tango, all righty, thanks. November 21 Tango, cleared direct to Salinas. Number 6 Whiskey Romeo, traffic 11 o'clock, 5 miles, same direction, 6,500 beats here.
Looking for the traffic 26 Whiskey Romeo.
Number 19 Bravo, traffic 4 o'clock, 5 miles, same direction, 8,000, setting Pilatus. Number 39 Hotel, contact approach 124.52.
124.52, 39 Hotel, thank you. NorCal approach over 1939er Hotel, 4,500.
1939er Hotel, NorCal approach, Salinas altimeter 2994.
2994, 39er Hotel.